What's going on, everybody? Big Fry here, and it's a beautiful Friday morning recording this video. One game that I've been itching to see more from is Pioneer, and my wishes have finally been answered. A brand new trailer has released called Awakening that you guys are seeing in the background, alongside a write-up from the CEO of GFA Games detailing what's been going on at the studio. But before we get into all of that, I want to talk about today's sponsor, which is me. If you're somebody who enjoys my content and wants to be a part of the community, join our Discord and get involved. We're starting to plan more gaming nights with channel members, movie nights, giveaways, and more. And if you want to support the content on a higher level, become a member for only 99 cents Canadian a month. This support goes towards making more content, live streaming, as well as supporting our game development journey with our first title, Transients. Wishlist the game on Steam today, become a member, get connected in Discord, and let's start building this channel to 500,000 subscribers. That's the next goal, and I can only get there with your help. Let's get back to Pioneer. So the latest trailer is showing some gameplay from the recent alpha testing that's been going on, and it's actually looking pretty crispy. For those not in the know, this is an action MMO set in this weird post-apocalyptic world reminiscent of games like Stalker, and it's set to release this year. When? I was kind of hoping that would be answered here, but we still don't have a release date set in stone. What we do have is a write-up from the CEO, Alexander Nikitin, where he shares the latest facts about GFA Games and the Pioneer project. Look, it's spelled Pioneer, but pronounced Pioneer. Don't ask, I was chalking it up to some sort of language translation. I don't have a clue anymore. But the new details regarding Pioneer include things like the fact that the game is voiced by the Games Voice Studio. More than 60 professional actors have participated in the dubbing, giving their voices to 180 game characters. The Pioneer soundtrack will soon exceed the 2-hour length mark. The Anzia Orchestra is responsible for the game's theme song, and Igor Modlinsky, composer of StarCraft, is responsible for the atmospheric and story tracks. That's actually pretty cool. As somebody who is working on their own soundtrack for our game, a 2-hour length mark is something that I would absolutely love. I'm jealous. They say the studio has doubled its staff over the last year, recruiting talented and motivated developers from 7 different countries. The studio takes advice from clans and avid players of similar games. Some clans take an active part in closed testing. Now, I don't know how their closed testing is. I don't know how they reach out to people. I have no idea, but I would love to be able to play this game. They say the game world is divided into regions. Each of these regions is an open world of different sizes. So for example, one of these locations can reach 10 kilometers squared. The studio does not chase the size. The priority is to fill it with exciting activities, and that makes me happy. I don't care about a game world being 1,000 kilometers squared. What's happening inside of it? With this, we just learned that it's not an open world game. It's split into different regions. So I'm guessing you have your central hub, the one that we see here. You can kind of run around the city, and then you can kind of go out from there and explore these vast kind of open locations, but there's still going to be that transfer and that loading screen in between regions. They say Blue Tide is a release of energy from the station. The exploration of the tides is an important plot theme of Pioneer. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about here. Progression in the Pioneer world is mainly about advancing expeditions into the island's depths. The players will repeatedly experience the role of a pioneer. So that kind of tells me that there's not going to be a lot of like leveling of your character. Maybe, like, they don't really go into detail here. It kind of sounds something like, hey, you progress in the game kind of like, you know, a Sons of the Forest, where you're trying to find the mystery and go deeper into the island. But it's also like, this is an MMO, so I'm not quite sure what to expect there. The death and the rebirth of your characters are justified in the game and accompanied by unique game mechanics. So there's one shot in the trailer where you're shooting what looks to be a friendly out of this bubble that rises up out of the ground. Maybe like when you die, you have to have like a teammate come and revive you in this way, like seek out your body and shoot the bubble. Again, like, there's just no details here. It's set to release in 2023, which means we have about 6 months left, if that's accurate. And like, we still don't really know much about this game. We know more than a game like Day Before, but we don't know much. They say in every PvE-oriented region, there is so-called initiative quests, which is an important story quest or a line of quests, the completion of which can affect the situation in the region or change the balance of power. Again, no info, like no details. So we have initiative quests. They can change the region or change the balance of power, but what does that actually mean? The developers have already recreated 5 major settlements with their unique designs and population. These towns now host quests and events, okay? No pictures, like nothing. There's a special feature that makes the feeling of the game closer to a single or cooperative adventure for single and party players who want to deeply immerse themselves in PvE and story activities. So it sounds like these guys are kind of trying to appeal to everybody. They're probably going to have regions where it's PvP, and then you have PvE and like story activities and more of a co-op centric experience going to these other regions. But again, all of these details are very surface level, and I'm hoping that we hear more in depth about what this all means in the near future. We got an Awakening trailer that shows some really good looking gameplay, but we don't have a release date. We don't really have details on the nitty gritties of what this game actually is. It sounds like it's going to be more of like a Destiny where you have like a central hub world and then you go out to these regions, which is pretty cool. Like, I'm down for that, but what do you do? The way that they wrote this makes it sound like you're not going to be leveling up your character at all, and you're just trying to explore this island. But is it going to be more of like a DayZ, kind of like choose your own or make your own adventure? What can we expect from this game? I'm hoping soon that we can just see some raw gameplay. I would love for these devs to just jump into a video and just raw gameplay it up, talk about what they're doing, get ready to set out on a quest. If you guys are into MMOs and you're not following the progression of Ashes of Creation, it's something I don't talk about on this channel that often, if at all, but the way those guys do dev blogs and dev streams and updates is world class, and it's how all of these games should be showcased. They jump in, they go do raids, they talk about the new features, and they show the game in real time, raw, from beginning to end. And I wish that a dev team like Pioneer or like GFA Games could actually do that as well. There's still so many things to unravel with this game, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on it and giving you guys my thoughts on everything that comes down the line. I'm hoping we see some really concrete information about a release date soon, and I'm hoping we can maybe get our hands on it within the next few months. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and again, get connected, join the Discord, follow me on social media, use code BigFry for 20% off of your G Fuel purchases. Just get connected, support the channel if you fuck with the content, and just be in the community. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.